Welcome to class. I am in the atrium, so it's a little echoey today. You might hear some background noise. That's okay. We're on lesson 2 today. I'm going to show you on my dot cam. Go ahead and take a look. We are on this packet right here. If you completed yesterday's exit ticket, go ahead and give a check mark right there so you know you're done with it. And this will help you keep track. Today you're on lesson 2, and we're on the 6 steps of Bible study. It starts on page 4. So we're going to go ahead and flip to page 4. And you're going to use the numbers at the top of the page, not at the bottom, okay? We are on lesson 2, so go ahead and put your name, date, and college, and then start on your do now. The directions say, read the verse, then fill in the blanks to complete the verse. So you're going to go ahead and use this verse right here, complete this. Go ahead and pause the video and complete that. Okay, welcome back. You should have this verse completed. And we're going to go ahead right now and just review. We've already done module 1, and now we're in module 2. Just started it. Let's go ahead and pray, and then we'll dive into our lesson. 1, 2, 3. Dear Lord, thank you that we can study your word every single day. And as we learn about how to study it, give us wisdom, help our brains to just remember what we learn, because we want to get to know you more. If there are students in this room who don't really care about getting to know you, I pray that for the first time they will be excited to get to know you. And if there are students who are excited to get to know you, please bless them and help them to continue to work at it. We pray this, Lord, and we love you in your name. Amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today our objective is students will be able to, that's what SWBAT means, students will be able to identify the purpose and process of Bible study. So why we do it and how we do it. That's purpose and process. Okay, let's go ahead and dive down here just as a quick review. Remember the 3 things that disciples are known for. If you're a true disciple of someone or something, you worship that person exclusively, only that person. You serve them. Remember our example yesterday of the cup of water. And then you witness. That means you share about your what you worship. You share it with everybody that you can. So as we're thinking about being disciples of Jesus, we're thinking that we worship him alone. We're willing to serve him. We're looking for those opportunities. And then we share him with people. Well, here's our verse. Let's practice it. You repeat after me. For even the Son of Man, go. For even the Son of Man, do it again. For even the Son of Man, then it goes, did not come to be served. Do it again. Ready? We're going to start from the top, and we're going to do both. It goes, for even the Son of Man did not come to be served. Do that part again. Your teacher might even pause the video and have you do it without me. Okay, I'm going to do it again. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve. I'm going to do those 3 lines again. Here we go. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve. The next part goes right into the next 2 lines, so there's no pause. It goes like this. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. I want you to do the whole thing. You can add a beat if your teacher is up for it, or if you're by yourself. Let me do the whole thing again, and then I want you to practice this. It goes like this. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. I think I might have changed one piece of that. You guys, thanks for following along. I would love to hear your take on this. Find a beat, create a video, and I'd love to give you extra credit for it. Okay, here we go. On your paper, you're going to look down here. You see the objective is to identify the purpose and the process of Bible study. The purpose is why, and the process is how. Go ahead and write that on your notes so that your paper looks just like mine. Teachers, feel free to pause it here. Okay, we're going to move on to our hook. And I want you to take a look at this. And I want you to write observations. Just tell me what you see or notice about this. Teachers, go ahead and pause, and then students share out your observations. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, welcome back. I heard in some of my classes things like, it's a penny. I heard things like there's Abe Lincoln on the front. That's called the heads, and the back is called the tails. I heard things like, oh, that's some sort of famous building in Washington, D.C. You're right, it's the Lincoln Memorial. And did you know, it's kind of hard to see it on this, but you can actually on a penny see Lincoln on his, I want to say throne, that's not the right word, but he's sitting on this pedestal right here, and you can actually see him on the actual penny. Some other people noticed some of the words on this penny, like, and it's probably easier if you're looking at your paper, like this word right here, it says liberty, it says United States of America here, it says e pluribus unum right here, that's Latin. So I'm going to put e pluribus. If you have something different, that's okay. I just want you to take a look at what other people said. And then some people noticed that it told us how much it was worth, right? And then somebody else noticed that there was a specific date on it, 1974. It's round, so you know, people know pieces about it, but here's the deal, and I want to show you this on my image. You can probably see it a little bit clearer on my PowerPoint. Pennies used to be made out of real copper, but I want you to take a look dig a little deeper at this. Did you know that the first penny looked like this? It's called the Fujio copper cent, and it was in 1787, which was right after the U.S. became a nation in 1776. The next penny to come out, to be minted, it's called, was this cent, and it's called the flowing hair chain cent. Look how different that is from today. Both of these are so different. And then the next one that came out also happened in 1793, and this one was called the flowing hair wreath cent, and you can see on the back on the tails that it has like a wreath on it. Super interesting. Then there's the Liberty cap cent. That one came out the same year, and it lasted for 3 years. It was minted for those 3 years. Minted just means it was produced. The draped bust cent came out. Then the coronet head cent. Look at the years on there too. The braided hair cent, the flying eagle cent. These are still in the 1800s. Indian head cent, that came into the 1900s. Then from 1909 to 1958, Lincoln was on the penny, Abraham Lincoln. He was the president during the Civil War in the 1800s. And on the tails, you see the wheat piece of it. How many of you have seen that wheat penny before? It was minted for such a long time, 1909 to 1958, almost 50 years. And I love when I find a wheat penny. Then was a Lincoln steel cent. It was only created one special year. A Lincoln Memorial cent. These are the most common ones that we see today, and this penny was almost minted for 50 years as well. Currently, the current penny that comes out that is minted is the Lincoln Shield cent with this shield on the back. Now, what I notice is, as I went into this and did some research on it, I couldn't believe all that I learned. I kind of just thought this was the current penny because that's the penny that was out when I grew up. So here's what I want you to be thinking about. Here's our new pattern statement. And what I did when I decided to do some research is I looked into what the penny history was, and I realized that I thought I understood a lot about the penny, but the more I dug in depth, the more I learned. So something leads to a deeper understanding. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can figure out what those first two words could be. Now, you could be right. Your statements could be absolutely accurate. We're going to pick one just for the sake of quizzes and clarity and just so we have the same hook to hang everything on. But what leads to a deeper understanding? Think about what I did in order to figure out more about the penny. Go ahead and pause the video and talk about it. Okay, welcome back. We are going to use the word examination because we examined the penny closely. We did some research. So if you said something like research or study, you are on it. And then we're going to use an adjective here to describe examination, and we're going to say close examination leads to a deeper understanding. Make sure that's on your paper. We are going to have this pattern statement for all of this module. So make sure you memorize it. This should actually be a capital C, and this should actually have a period because it's a sentence. All right, let's skip to page 5. On page 5, we have our deep dive. And this is the fun part of the lesson because we're learning about the different types of Bible study. And I want you to go ahead and, oh, here's my pattern statement right here. Close examination leads to a deeper understanding. We're going to see that a lot. These are the 3 steps of Bible study. The first one, and you can see it on your notes right here. I'm going to show it on the notes. It says, what does it say? That's called observation. What does it mean? That's called interpretation. And how does it change me? That's called application. You guys, notice at the end of all these words is a shun, okay? That is actually alliteration, and it's using similar sounds to help you remember things. So there's 3 steps, 3 phases, of Bible study. There's phase 1, which is observation. We're just looking at the text. There's phase 2, that's interpretation. Then you're pulling out the meaning. And there's phase 3, which is, so what should I do about it? How should it change me? Okay? Today we're going to be talking about all of them, and then throughout this unit, this module, we're going to be doing them one by one as we read the scriptures. Step 1 is annotate. You guys know about annotating. You know annotating is marking the text. But we're going to use these 4 pieces of annotation as we go along this year. We're going to define words. We're going to ask questions. We're going to answer a specific prompt. And we're going to paraphrase. Step 1 is annotate. Step 2 is retell. We're still just observing what the text says. We're marking it up, and we're just saying this is what the text says. You're going to summarize the text, and you're asking yourself what is the passage about? You're going to answer the prompt in this section. What I want you to do after you're done looking at steps 1 and 2, I want you to start down here and look at your homework. It says write each step below in the correct boxes. Then in the bottom boxes, create a symbol or a picture to represent each step. So let me give you an example of what we're doing. Step 1 down here, it's listed right up here. What is step 1? Right, it's annotate. So you're going to write annotate right here. This is going to be on your exit ticket tonight. Then you're going to create your best symbol or picture. I'm going to give you an example of this. Annotating is writing out on your paper or on a text. It's making marks and notes. So for this one, I'm just going to draw a giant pencil. You can copy mine for this one. Okay, I'll let you do the rest for yours. Okay, that's my symbol for annotate. That's what I want you to do for the rest of these. So right now, you're going to come back up and look at step 2. Retell is step 2. You're summarizing the text, and you're thinking, what is the passage about? You're sharing. So think about you explaining the text to somebody else. You're going to write that step here, and then you're going to make an image here that shows explaining. Now, you can draw a person sharing, or you can actually think of a symbol, which is different than just a drawing. You get to pick. Let me just explain the rest of the steps here, and then you're going to come down here. Please don't just copy. I want you to listen first. You're going to then work on this, work on the drawings, and for your exit ticket tonight, you're just completing these 6 steps in your verse. Okay, step 3. Remember, with observation, we're just looking at what the text says, but now we want to know what the text means in this phase. Step 3 is historical background. We have to read a commentary, which is what scholars who've studied the passages have learned. So we're going to record facts when we get to this step, and I'm going to give you guys that commentary. You're going to be thinking, what's different about the time when the Bible was actually written than now? It's going to help you understand what the writer means. The 4th step is writer's message. What was the writer saying to the original audience? You're also going to write a theological principle in this step. So this one means, what was it like back then? And this one means, what was the writer saying to the people that they were writing to? Now, scholars, some of you are probably there's probably a couple in this room right now that are taking notes on what I'm saying right now. Did you know you're annotating? Nice job. The 3rd step, after I look at what the text says, after I look at what does the text mean, the 3rd step is, so what do I do about it? How does it change me? Step 5 is called gospel truth. We're just pulling out from the text a truth about Jesus. Step 6 is identifying one specific way that this truth can be lived out in my life today. We've done application before, but this is just a little more specific. So step 1 is annotate. Step 2 is retell. This is just telling what the text says. Step 3 is historical background. Step 4 is writer's message. This tells me what the text means from the time long ago and how it's different and who the author was writing it to. The final step, the final set of steps is gospel truth and gospel in action. And this part is all about application and what I should do about what the text says. Scholars, please complete this chart below, this table, and then please complete your exit ticket for the day. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Thank you.